Hi, I'm Jeff Haynes with Tech Bargains, and today we're bringing you a video review of the Dell Inspiron 14z laptop. Thin is definitely in when it comes to laptops, and the Dell Inspiron 14z was designed to be stylish and powerful while coming in a very lightweight package. Does the design of the 14z actually fulfill this promise, or is its slim frame too thin to support this hype? The 14Z that we reviewed was powered by an Intel Core i5-2410M processor running at 2.3 GHz with 6 GB of DDR3 RAM. This was supplemented by Intel HD Graphics 3000, which displayed content on the 14-inch HD LED display with a native resolution of 1366 by 768. The system came with a 640 GB hard drive spinning at 5400 RPM, two USB 3.0 ports, a USB 2.0 port, and a multi-card reader. The laptop comes packed with a number of visual options, such as wide-eye support, as well as HDMI and DisplayPort options. Rounding out the machine are speakers with SRS premium sound, as well as full Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support and a DVD burner. The 14Z is definitely a great-looking system, thanks to its brushed metal exterior and discrete chrome accents on the logo, keyboard bezel, and power button, which provides an understated and classy look. The system's diamond black color scheme added a distinguished appearance to the laptop when open, which carried over to the palm rest while remaining slightly resistant to fingerprints. We were also struck by the profile of the laptop, which would be less than an inch thick without the battery, and about 1¼ inches with the battery added. The system weighed in around 4.5 pounds, making it feel close to the weight of a netbook while still packing more than enough power for a regular laptop. Speaking of power, we found that the Core i5 handled virtually every program we tossed at the laptop without a problem, particularly thanks to the 6 GB of RAM that helped the system run multiple programs seamlessly. The 14Z managed to score a 7.2 for RAM performance in the Windows Experience Index, while it gained a 6.8 in the processor performance category. We found that the specs of the system made the 14Z ideal for students, small businesses, or home use. While the system probably won't be high on the list of hardcore gamers looking to play the latest games on the market because of its reliance on the Intel HD graphics solution, the 14Z can still manage to handle more than just casual games without any problems. Even more impressive on this laptop are the input and connectivity options for the system. We love that the 14Z included an optical drive, but still managed to keep it rather light at only 4.5 pounds, especially as the trend towards optical-free ultra-portable laptops grows. We were also excited that the system came with two USB 3.0 ports and a USB 2.0 port that's a PowerShare port as well, meaning that you can charge devices even if the laptop is powered off. Similarly, the inclusion of other extras, like HDMI 1.4 or built-in Bluetooth support for streaming music to wireless headsets and speakers, was great, and the option to set up the system as a Wi-Fi hotspot was easy to accomplish. We also found that packing a DisplayPort and wide-eye functionality on the system made this an incredibly functional laptop for virtually any situation. We did find some other solid hardware features with the 14Z. Considering the use of the laptop, we frequently clocked between 4.5 and 5.25 hours with the laptop through mixed use, which is pretty decent for a 6-cell battery. We found that it took less than 3 hours to fully recharge as well, which was nice to see. We also noticed that the trackpad was one of the best that we've used recently. It only needed light contact to move the mouse cursor, and light touches worked for mouse clicks, but we were surprised that there really weren't any accidental touches during typing. We attributed this to the small size of the trackpad, which helped to minimize unintentional mouse moves. Finally, we were struck by the support features of the laptop, making it easy to control and service the system. For one thing, the restore partition of the laptop was able to fully restore the system to factory settings in under half an hour. It took less than 20 minutes to fully restore it and only another 5 to finish the localization and setup of the machine. On top of that, there were dedicated system buttons. One brought up the Windows Mobility Center to easily control the brightness, volume, and other functions of the laptop. A second one automatically launched the Support Center powered by PC Doctor, giving access to system information, diagnostics, and driver updates. A third button could be set to automatically launch any program. We did come across some problems with the 14Z, and while they were minor, the combination of the issues couldn't be overlooked. For one thing, the system didn't come with a gigabit Ethernet port, making it impossible to take advantage of high speeds that most routers and switches can provide. It doesn't really make sense to have the wired connection top out at 100 megs a second. Another issue is we found a lot more bloatware on this system than we've seen on other laptops we've reviewed recently. Some of this was useful, like the inclusion of Microsoft Office Starter Edition, Skype, and PC Restore. Others were even more useless, like the inclusion of e-reader software on a laptop, while items like McAfee 11, NeuroSyncUp, and Roxio Creator constantly annoyed us with registration pop-ups. Finally, we found some screen flickering with the laptop, which we couldn't really nail down to a particular issue, but we think it was possibly more of a shipping issue that affected the laptop than a native 14Z problem. The Dell Inspiron 14z is a system that looks great and performs very well. Whether it was the processor and lots of RAM, tons of connectivity options and inputs, or the lightness and portability of the system, we found tons of things to like about this particular laptop. We weren't very thrilled about the extra bloatware and the missing gigabit Ethernet port, but if you can get past these issues, you'll find a great system at a very reasonable price. For these reasons, we decided to give the Dell Inspiron 14z a 4.5 out of 5. For the latest news, reviews, coupons, and deals, be sure to check out techbargains.com, follow us on Twitter @techbargains, and check out our Facebook page.